Joining me now is Ray Hanley. He's the CEO of the Arkansas Foundation for Medical Care. We always appreciate him sharing his opinions with us. Thank you for being with us, Ray.
Well, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
1.3 million Arkansans are vaccinated. That is less than half of the total population of Arkansas, but it's around half of the eligible population in Arkansas. What are you seeing on the ground in terms of what's happening when it comes to vaccinations?
I think it's a tough sell. I mean, we've been in the vaccine administration business for about a year now. We've done events that where we vaccinated as many as 700 in a day and as few as single digits. But we've gone into a lot of rural areas, festivals, graduations, church events, and we have to view each vaccinated as a win, because that's one person that's unlikely to get sick and much less likely to die. So that's kind of been our philosophy lately.
What do you assess as the reasons for hesitancy at this point? And do you see some of those barriers to hesitancy coming down? Is it about the same? Do you think it's getting better?
I think it is marginally, gradually getting better. In part, you've got a pretty good PSA campaign the health department's running, some really good ads. You've got folks like the Attorney General, who's on a regular basis, telling everybody that more than 90% of COVID deaths were from the unvaccinated, which I hope helps. But it's very incremental, and we have a long ways to go.
What do you see? What are you hearing as the major arguments for the hesitation? What comes up most frequently, I guess?
It seems to be, the government should not make me, get a shot if I don't want to get a shot. I think there's a lot of that. There is less of what we heard a few months ago about I don't know what's in it. It was developed too fast. It's got a microchip in it. We really don't hear much of that anymore. I think that there is just innate resistance to being told to do something when maybe I don't want to do it.
Let's play some hypotheticals here. Pfizer has said that its vaccine is ready for children ages 5 to 11. This would open up another swath of the population to be vaccinated. Now, that is still needs federal authorization for that to happen. Do you think that this opens up another round of vaccine hesitancy, or do you think we will see a pretty big rush of 5 to 11-year-olds?
I think it's all of that. It certainly opens up some more hesitancy. I think a lot of people, they might do it for themselves. Some of them are going to be more hesitant about their kids. And what we are going to advise is that they talk to their pediatrician, their child's doctor, listen to them, get their best advice. I think we're some weeks, if not probably months, away from FDA approval of the vaccine for kids. However, I think that's certainly probably going to be after the first of the year sometime.
So we seem to be in this holding pattern right now. We're making these incremental improvements in vaccination rates, as you've alluded to. It's almost a one person at a time kind of deal. There's not anything massively happening that's shifting public opinion on this. What do you think is what's in store for us next as we head into the deeper into the fall and towards the end of the year?
Well, I think we're going to be into the third shot booster discussion here within a few weeks. Probably initially confined to the 65 and older and those folks at risk. That's going to open up a whole new dialogue. Especially when we define what does fully vaccinated mean. If you're over 65 and you haven't got your third shot, are you fully vaccinated or not? There's going to be that discussion. And I think, it's an unknown what the winter months are going to bring. As people are inside more, that may put more people at risk of being infected. So hopefully our numbers aren't going to spike in cold weather, but that's a concern.
Last question for you. It's not widely known, but it's popped up in my LinkedIn profile that you may be retiring sometime next year. That AFMC may be looking for a new
Yes,
CEO. Are you really going to retire this time, Ray, or are you just going to say you're going to retire?
I gave my board a year's notice that I intended to retire at the end of August of 2022. I've retired twice in the past 20 years, both times on a Friday from DHS, and I was at EDS HP on a Monday. I retired from there on a Friday, and I was here at AFMC 11 years ago the following Monday. What I'll do next, I'm going to retire for a while. I told my wife my plan is for her to drop me in northern Minnesota at the headwaters of the Mississippi River with a bicycle, and I'm going to ride to New Orleans over a month or so, and maybe the time I get to New Orleans, I'll know whether I want another job or not. So that's my plan right now.
Well, you be careful in New Orleans. You might not come back from New Orleans, so the French Quarter down there may be too attractive for you to stay. So we wish you the best. You've had a distinguished career. I know we will talk to you a lot over the next year, but I just wanted to make sure that people are aware of that. And
Well,
and
thank you.
The best.
Thank you, Roby.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
He's Ray Hanley. He's the CEO of the Arkansas Foundation for Medical Care. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.